Hello, my name is Reeve and welcome back to the Baroque LP. I don't have EatingBurger with me because something weird happened last night when we were trying to record this. I died. Well, I didn't die, I'm here obviously, but my internet connection died. So, EatingBurger just kinda went on a rampage of his own. And this is what this episode is gonna be. Just something a little special. So, I hope you enjoy.
Die out. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Okay. Well, in this episode, we are going to be an anime buddy. He is our friend. His coattails sway in the wind majestically. And we are going on a journey, folks. But this isn't a normal journey, no sir. We are not going anywhere, but rather anywho. Because this journey will take us to the center of our mind itself. Yes, this is looking at the innermost workings of Anime Bros, how his mind works, how the mind of an anime protagonist is personified. And I personally think it's a very profound message that they're sending here. The fish sort of represent the slippery and confusing nature of our thoughts. Much like how fish swim quickly past us down a river, so do our thoughts quickly elude us, and their form and shape sometimes make no sense, which is why the fish is flying and attacks us viciously. Now the traps are clearly our own vices. We try to avoid them, but inevitably end up running into them during our moments of weakness, when we're not paying attention. And eventually, if you grow very mentally weak, then of course you're going to be running into these traps all the time. And you really don't want that. So after we've defeated these fleeting thoughts, again the fish, we go on to I suppose we have to also discuss the items that are in our inventory, but I believe there was a stomach-mouth monstrosity that's waiting for us around here. Our good buddy ran straight... Oh, no, we're not going to see him. Okay. Well, let's talk about the items. The items could represent, you know, our memories themselves. Unlike thoughts, like the enemies, which are fleeting because we murder them. The items are rather solid things. We can hold on to them forever. They'll never leave us as long as we choose. Oh, hey, there's that monstrosity. Okay, we're going to be getting back to you. But we can choose to hold on to these memories. And, but again, it's a choice. And sometimes we can sort of just accidentally throw away memories that we didn't mean to throw away, and that's a very sad thing. And oh my God, he is getting headbutted by that giant terrifying face thing. So now the giant terrifying face thing, though, it's more intimidating. If the traps were our vices, then I think the face thing with all the tentacles could represent our fears, which in this case would be very appropriate. Because we're kind of running for our lives because we're almost out of HP. But I'd rather think of it as willpower, WP, than HP in this case. Because again, this is a mental mind space, and MP would be our mental mind power. But going back to the face monsters, I honestly believe that, you know, there are fears. They have lots of teeth. The teeth, they intimidate you and scare you away from what's real. And as we go deeper into our psyche, the more and more, wow, what's the word that I'm looking for? I want to say rustic, but that's not right. Archaic. The thoughts more innate to our being themselves show up. So we're going to get more profound personifications as we go deeper into this dungeon. Eventually, of course, the most profound of all is, of course, the anime babe. Which, as we all know, is our one ultimate goal, really. I mean, come on, what else do you dream of? And that guy just gave us a hug, so I think he's a positive influence. You know, we've seen a lot of negative thoughts so far, but I think this is a good thought. It wants to hug us, to comfort us, you know, and it has a lot of limbs with which to do so. And you know, having lots of limbs is kind of important for the process of hugging. You can get more surface area touching than otherwise possible. And again, we're just running from our lives, you know, from the hug, which is sort of rejection. Rejection of the positive influences, which sometimes, you know, we do. Even though we know it's good for us, we still run from these positive things anyway. And I think that really illustrates one of the great tragedies in life. You know, we know what's good for us, i.e. hugs from many-limbed monstrosities. But we can never quite accept it. And again, maybe it's because of traps, i.e., you know, our vices. Or maybe it's because of the monstrosities with faces on their stomachs that are trying to bite you, which are our fears. But... oh, and this guy, you know, this guy's taking our items, which is a manifestation of our memories, as we discussed previously, and he's turning them into other things. Now, we could either take this as free association, taking two thoughts and using them to come to a completely different space of your mind, or if you want to go a bit darker than that, and this isn't for everyone, but it could be sort of a form of madness, where we're sort of taking two thoughts and we're distorting them with one another into something that's not real, and slowly all of these memories that we that had a basis in reality at one point now are just delusions. And sort of, I believe this two-faced man sort of represents our descent to madness. Eventually nothing in our mind will be real anymore, at least none of our memories. But we'll still believe that they are because, hey, they're our memories. They're the things that we chose to hold on to. And so I think in that regard, this game can be a little scary. But maybe that's just me. And look, we're just throwing away all of our life experiences just then, like all of our experience bones just into the wind. I don't know if I can approve of this game. I mean, look, and he's slowly losing them too. I mean, not only are his memories getting horribly distorted, but they're slowly disappearing as well. And I think that that's the biggest tragedy at all. Eventually, he's just going to be left with one memory, and he's just going to cling to that thing until his mind goes completely blank and devoid of all when he throws that last memory away in a fit of insanity, really. I mean, because that's what's happening. That's exactly what's happening right now. But finally, with our mind full of lies, we've decided to go on again, rejecting the hug. We don't want any hugs now. It's all behind us. We are, in the sense, our mind is like a vampire, kind of undead. Again, nothing is real. It's all gone. No memory of an explosion. Is that even real at this point? I don't know. I mean, maybe he had experienced an explosion. We don't know that for sure. That's pretty cool though. It's making everything explode. Okay. Now these enemies appear again. One of them was trying to hug us, and that one sort of represented kinship, the desire to be with other people. And again, we flat out rejected it. We took that desire of kinship and we exploded it with our floor trap explosion tool, mind tool, memory exploding mind tool thing. And so not only does this person fill his mind with memories that are not his own, that are distortions, if you may, but he's rejected any form of help. He took those feelings of kinship and he just annihilated them. And so this guy is clearly this anime protagonist is clearly all alone, just in his own world, and has shut out everyone who has tried to help him. And really, again, all that's left for him, and maybe all that's left for any of us on this planet, is the anime babe. Like, look, laughing, right? The memory of laughter. This is a good thing. We wanna hold on. But no, he just throws away our memory of laughter like it's nothing. Like, it's absolutely not a thing. Those memories are precious to me, and just we're dealing. I hate to say it, but we are dealing with another sociopath here. I mean, I have no doubt that the memory of recovery that he just, he's just going to just look at it and just despair, realizing all the terrible things that he does, and just consume it, and just be done with it at some point. Like, it'll just be gone. And that will make me very sad. But it's going to happen. I mean, we're dealing with a psycho here. I hate to say it. Tiny, friendly, dancing men, you know? Again, that's like clearly just represents his love of dancing. And you know what he does? He just kills them. He makes them explode. He makes the tiny dancing man's head explode. Like, he's done with dancing. He's done with human socialization. He's done with mad Joker cards trying to stab him. He's done with all that. You know, he's just alone in a corner shivering. In his own delusional fantasy forever. So, but again, that's not to say that there isn't hope for him, because I sincerely believe that no one is without hope. But hope for him lies, as I said before, deep within his psyche. He will gain solace and insight and comfort through the smoking hot, chained up anime babe. That's what I sincerely believe. His thoughts, his memories themselves are rotting. But there is hope. And that's just what we all have to believe in the end. When times are tough, we know that the anime babe will be there for us. And really that's all that matters, you know? Playing around in a bath, you know, having a bubble fight. You know, as a kid. That's a good thing, isn't it? That's what we know. No, let's attack it with our giant sword. Let's attack that memory. He wants nothing of that. But I digress. No, we've been talking about the nature of things in this dungeon. Again, the man is clearly a sociopath. He has rejected hugs, he has rejected kinship, he has rejected playful bubble baths with friends. The cards are a puzzling one. On face value, I would just assume that he, you know, played a whole bunch of cards with his buddies, you know, his love of playing cards. But that's not really it's not really a deep-seated primal thing in the brain, is it? Like fear, vices, those are all really baseline. Bubble baths, those are all sort of intrinsic to the human experience. Card game playing isn't really. So if we think about it, cards really represent a gamble, taking chances, you know. And he just ran right past. He just ran right past gambles. So although he may be a sociopath, just sitting in the corner holding his Do you
remember that foolish action of trying to hear the will of God through the Dabar fusion? I ripped you apart. So now you and I can rebuild the world with the idea Sephira of the absolute God. We can create a world that is not distorted. Now, enter the consciousness orb and head for the bottom.
That's not the anime babe. Oh wait, the anime babe is perhaps soon. Yes. Salvation is near. But as I said before, so, you know, we're clearly not dealing with a risk taker here. You know, he just looked at gambling and he said, "I'm not having any of that, sir. Thank you very much. No, sir. That just ain't me."
The absolute God created multiple divinalities to fill the gap you left and has twisted beyond repair. There is only...
Don't go crazy. 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 Don't go crazy.
And so here we... Oh! Finally, we have found the anime babe.
No! Don't come any closer! Help me! Help me! Don't go crazy, 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 don't go crazy,
and so will I.
don't go crazy.
I treasure you far more than saving the world.
Don't go crazy.
The reason I was born is to become one with you.
Don't go crazy, don't go crazy, don't go crazy, don't go crazy.
Are you saying you refuse to save the world? The world's inhabitants are suffering at the mercy of their Baroques, and you, the cause of it all, are going to close yourselves in and leave the world in lunacy?
Don't go crazy. Save the world. Don't go crazy.
It doesn't matter. I treasure you more than the world itself.
Are you going to lead the world into emptiness?
Don't go crazy. Please, don't go crazy.
Don't worry. I have chosen you.
But I cannot control my own self. I'll just drive you mad. Give me back my pain, my suffering. I must have pain to control myself.
That's right. Get away from her. God knows no pain. Her pain is being cultivated as little to the emperors. Those who know not pain cannot control themselves.
And so our anime protagonist found his anime babe and accepted that hug that he so rejected previously. And perhaps one day you too can find your own anime babe.